What's up guys, Wambui from Taraji Eco Farm, and today we'll be taking through some of the activities that we've been doing. It's towards the end of February, so by the time you'll be seeing this video, it was shot towards the end of February when it was quite dry, and we're just moving into March, and the rains have just started for the next season. So these are just the preparations that we did on the farm and other farm activities that took place. So stay tuned and hope you learn something. So first off, we are harvesting some of the peas that were growing during the drier part of the month. So we didn't expect much of a harvest because it's not been raining anyway. So we are just going to use them to cook some stew. So one of the reasons why we actually planted the peas on this bed is to improve the nitrogen content. Remember, we used sawdust in all of our beds, and some of you suggested that it actually gets rid of nitrogen on the soil. So we're just trying to replenish that on this particular bed. I have to say that people around here do not necessarily grow peas, but it's one of the things that we realized could grow effortlessly when we were farming on the upper part of the farm, which is now being used to feed the chicken for chicken foraging. So with this in mind, I would advise new farmers to try out new crops in the areas that they're starting to farm, not necessarily to just grow what the local people have been growing. So these are some of our ginger plants that we'll hope to harvest soon, and this is one of our strawberries. So here we're just harvesting some of the carrots that have overstayed the ground. We'll be eating the big ones, and the very small ones will be feeding to our rabbits. They really love carrots. So yeah, they've really stayed in the ground for more than, I think, 4 months, and we feel that we should just get rid of them. We're going to plant new carrots on another bed. So this is one of the beds near the blue gum trees. I've spoken about blue gum trees in other videos, and blue gum trees have allelopathic effects whereby they release chemicals that can inhibit the growth of other plants. So if you have a similar situation, then you need to research what kind of crops can actually grow near the blue gum trees. So here we are just finalizing on picking of the carrots that we are going to cook some of them, and the small ones we are going to feed the rabbits. This is actually our smallest bed. It was our second raised bed that we have on the farm. I could be wrong, but I also think that the use of sawdust affected some of the crops that we grew here, because the soil was quite moist and we had used some compost, but we didn't get a big harvest like we had expected from this bed. We actually had planted carrots, cabbage, and some onions on this bed. You can see there are still some cabbages right there. So hopefully we'll get something as we continue into our 5th season. So given that it had not been raining for quite some time, we decided to borrow some water from our neighbor's tank to water our crops. So here we're just watering some spring onions that weirdly we planted when we thought it was going to rain. We had rain for one day and we harvested the spring onions, but they're quite hardy, I'll tell you. So they're not going to die. So now we're just watering all over the farm. So luckily after this day of watering, it actually started raining. So for like that particular day, it actually rained, and even the consecutive days, it was actually raining. So we didn't have to water the farm again.
Put
And
some
now we are
more.
going into our fifth season where we'll be planting actually some new crops on the farm. You want to move to the next one? But the pipe is too short. These are just some of our chicken that we let forage outside. So that's where they stay for the day until evening, or when it rains, when you take them back to their housing. So we've been checking the weather prediction, and we saw that it will be raining for the next 1 week. So we decided to plant some of the crops for our fifth season of planting. And these are just some lettuce seeds that we harvested on our farm. And we'll be showing you the progress on whether they actually grow. Yeah, we are quite excited about it actually. It will be very nice to harvest our own seeds and have them germinate and eat some lettuce from our own seeds. Yeah, we'll be keeping you updated. This is what the lettuce seeds look like. Yes, it's a bit of a struggle because harvesting those seeds, that's why I didn't harvest all of them. So I'm just picking them directly from their pods and putting them on the soil. So this is the third raised bed that we ever built on this farm, and actually it's the one that we were harvesting the peas from, which you just saw on this video. So we harvested the peas, removed the plants, and now we are putting some lettuce. I've also planted some cabbage on part of this raised bed, and we'll be seeing the progress as the season goes. So you'll notice that we actually don't water our seeds immediately after planting, and that's because we really time when it's about to rain. So actually here it was just the clouds were starting to gather, and just a couple of hours after planting we had some rain, so we didn't have to water them. So the lettuce seeds that we had were so many, so I decided to remove the rest of them and just store them in a container because we'll not be needing them this season. Maybe we can use them for future season or even share with whoever we want from our neighbors. So yeah, just here we're harvesting the remaining lettuce seeds and we'll be using them in future. If you've ever harvested lettuce seeds, you can let us know in the comment section if there are easier ways of doing this and probably how you store your lettuce seeds. So these are the lettuces that we got, and we'll be storing them for future use.